Hello students, I am back for one more video of Applied English. I hope students you are doing great in your studies and greetings from Saraswati Sishkunj Bhagwala Bhushan. Students, this is Applied English video number 27 and this is Saraswati Sishkunj Bhagwala Bhushan. In this video, we are going to have doubt solving video of an assessment task that I have given in my previous video. Students, you are going to do listening for the second time and I am going to do listening for the first time. Since it is a discussion video, I will write my answers on the board and then we will have discussion what answer should be and what answer you have written in the answer sheet. Just you check it, your answers, and we will discuss it. Before that, students, I would like to give some information about your examination that you are going to have in month of October. Students, this is Applied English listening. Now, I will give total 4 parts. Okay, so I will write what answer that you need to write and in what way, in what manner that you are going to prepare an answer sheet. So first of all, what you need to do? You need to write your name. So here your full name. Okay, your name. Your name should be full. Then you can write your date. You can write standard. What standard should be? Okay, date you can write whatever day you are going to have examination. You can write the date. Here you can write your standard. Okay. The other side that is on your right, you can write section. Okay, standard, and then here you can write section. Section in a sense, what you need to write? Here students you need to write whether English medium or Gujarati medium. So you can write here Gujarati medium or okay. Whether you are from Gujarati medium section, you can write GUJ. If you are from English medium, you can write ENG. Okay. So name, date, standard, and you can write your roll number as well. Roll number. You can write your roll number. Okay. So here you need to write your roll number, your date, your standard, and whether it is in Applied English listening. So on top you can write listening. Okay. Okay, listening module. Okay, students. So this is the way you need to prepare your answer sheet. Name, your full name, your date, examination date. You can write standard. Okay, standard if you are 9th, 8th class. So you can write 9th. Roll number, if your roll number is 11, you can write here 11. If you are from English medium, what you need to write? Only English. Listening, this is listening module. You need to keep it listening module. Name you need to write full your name and date you need to write. Okay, so when I check, it will be very easy and it is very convenient for me to check. Okay. Now there are total 4 parts: part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. Okay, but the part I am not given. I do not consider that is part 4. So here you need to write part 1. Okay. So this is the way students need to prepare your answer key. This is part 1. In part, how many questions that you are going to have? 10. So you can write answers in this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and at the last you write 10. Okay. This is answers that you need to write. 10 questions, 10 answers. This is also the second one, part 1. Part 1. So how many questions that you are going to have in part 1? Part 1 and one more part 1. There are total 10. So you need to write your answers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So here there are total 10 answers that you can write. In part 1 also one more part 1, you need to write 10 answers. And the third one, that is called part 2 or part 2. Part 2. How many questions that you are going to have in listening, students, when you appear for the Applied English listening? 10. So here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, this is the way you need to prepare part 1, one more part 1, part 2, and part 2. One more part. So here I write part 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this is the way that you need to prepare your answer sheet. It would be very much convenient for everybody to check this answer sheet. Okay students, so this is all about your listening examination. Now students, I am going to play a listening track, that is the assessment task I have given in the previous video. You are going to do listening for the second time, and along with you I am going to do listening as well. Students, write your answers in the answer sheet, and we will have a discussion especially based on there are total 10 questions in the video. Without delay students, start listening, and I am going to play listening track for you. And the listening is here. Start listening.
Now turn to part 1. Part 1.
You will hear a conversation between an assistant at a health club and a man who wants to join the club. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5.
Hi, can I help you?
Hello. Yes, is your club taking on new members at the moment?
Oh, yes. We're always interested in taking on new members. Just give me a moment and I'll get an application form. Right, here we are. So, let's start with your name.
It's Harry.
Okay. And your surname?
It's Simons.
Is that like Simon with an S?
No, it's Symonds. Most people find it rather difficult to spell.
I see. It has a silent D. I guess a lot of people miss that. Now, let me see. Can you tell me when you were born?
Yes, certainly. The 11th of December.
Thanks. And the year?
1996.
Okay, good. Now, are you thinking of becoming a full-time member?
Probably not. What kind of memberships do you have?
Well, we also have off-peak membership, which is between 9 and 12 in the morning and 2 and 5 in the afternoon. And then we do have a weekend membership.
So a weekend membership is just Saturday and Sunday?
Yes, that's right.
OK. Well, that's not going to work for me. It looks like I'll have to be full-time. I'm afraid off-peak membership won't do, as I'm not free at those times, and I don't just want to be restricted to weekends.
OK, I'll make a note of that. Right, we have several facilities at the club, including a gym, a swimming pool, tennis and squash courts. What activities are you planning on doing?
Well, do you have badminton?
Yes, we do.
And table tennis?
I'm afraid not. Well, not at the moment anyway.
Oh, OK. Well, I'm also very keen on swimming, so I'm glad you have a pool. I'll certainly be doing a lot of that.
OK, I've got that. Will you be using the gym?
No, I'm not interested in that.
OK. So just let me work out what the cost will be. Yes, that comes to £450 for the year. You can choose to pay annually for the full year or monthly. It's up to you.
Oh, I'd prefer to pay regularly in small amounts, rather than have a large amount to pay in one go, if that's okay.
Sure, that's fine. Right, I've got the most important details for now.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you will have some time to look at the questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
So, I'd just like to ask you a few questions about your lifestyle, if that's okay with you.
Yes, that's fine.
Do you do any regular exercise at the moment?
Yes, I do a bit.
Good. And what do you do?
Well, every few days I go jogging.
Yes, that's good. How long do you go for?
Well, it varies. I guess it depends on how energetic I'm feeling.
Yes, of course. Every little bit helps. Do you have any injuries at the moment?
Well, I did break a bone in my foot playing football a long time ago, but that's all healed up now. But in the last few days, I've realised I have a bad ankle. I think I must have injured it last week, and it's a bit sore now. But apart from that, I'm fine.
Right. I guess you might need to rest it for a few days to let it recover.
Yes, I will.
So, let me just ask you what you want to achieve by joining the club. Do you have any targets or goals?
Well, I suppose my main aim is to build up my fitness level. Is that the kind of thing you mean?
Yes, that's fine. All the activities you're going to be doing should certainly help you with that.
Okay.
And could you tell me what you do for a living?
Well, I was a student up until recently.
Okay. So what are you doing at the moment?
Well, I'm a charity worker.
Oh, that's fine. I'll write that down. OK, nearly done. One last question. Can I ask how you heard about the club? Did you see it advertised or did you go to our website, for example?
Well, I've been looking for a health club for a while, and I asked my friends for suggestions, but they weren't much help. And then I was listening to the radio, and your club was mentioned. So I thought, I'll go along and see what it's like.
Great. Well, we look forward to having you as a member.
That is the end of part 1. You now have 1 minute to check your answers to part 1.
Students, I have written total 5 questions over here, and I hope you have done your listening and you have written your answers in the answer sheet. Now we are going to discuss what answer should be, and in this question number part 1, there are how many questions I have written? There are total 5 questions. That means a part 1 contains total 10 questions, but first we are going to discuss question number 5, 1 to 5. Always follow the instructions, students. I always mention in my videos. What you need to do, you need to follow the instructions. Question number 1 to 5, complete the form below. This is the form that you need to complete the below by listening, okay? And write one word or a number. So it is only one word, students. You can underline as well. Or a number in each gap. So there are different gaps we have. Gap for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. What you need to do, you need to write your answers in the gap. Okay. The conversation begins. Okay. You will hear a conversation between an assistant of the club and a person who wants to join the club. So now students, there is a conversation between two persons, one who is owner of the club and a person who wants to join the club. she wants to join the club, and the conversation goes on. I want to fill up a form. I will get a form for you. Okay. Now the conversation begins, students, and may I know your name? Yes, my name is Harry. And is the membership available? In the beginning, it is asked in the conversation. Yes, it is always available membership. Okay. So what is your name? My name is Harry. And may I know your surname? Yes, it's Simon. So Simon, it is it starts with an S. No, it's Simon. And a lot of people get confused how to spell. So what is the answer? It is Simon. So it is clearly mentioned SYMONDS. And D is silent. Yes, a lot of people get confused. To pronounce this name or surname Simons. Okay. And she is asking some more information. When you were born? So 11th. The day 11, month December, and 1996. It is what answer should be 1996. Okay. And are you looking for full-time membership or part-time membership? Because we have different types of membership available. That is, peak membership, that is morning 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and also in the afternoon that we have 2 to 5, and weekend as well. So what type of membership are you looking for? Morning may not be possible for me, then I don't want to be restricted on weekends, and morning also not, maybe I am busy. So that would be, I think, full-time membership that I look for. So what is the answer, students? The answer is full-time. Full-time. Okay. And the conversation goes on, and also the club provides different types of facilities, such as, badminton, tennis, gym, and what are you interested in it? The lady asked the questions, and yes, I am a bit of keen of swimming. So what is the answer? The answer is swimming. Okay, what is the answer? Swimming. Yes, I would like to do swimming. I am very much keen on swimming. Okay. And payment details. There are different payment details also available. And the payment details would be, you can pay annually or monthly. But it would, and a person who wants to join the club, she says that yes, annually would not be convenient for me, because I cannot pay in one go, and hence that I can pay monthly. So what is the answer? The answer is monthly, students. What you need to write? It is monthly. Now students, I hope these are the very easy answers that you get it when you do listening very attentively. What you need to do, some extra information is given, but what you need to avoid those extra information, and you need to stick to the answers. These are the very easy answers, and same that you are going to get in the examination, students, in part 1. I hope students you have understood this. Now we are going to move the second questions that we set. Question number 6 to 10, and just check out your answers that you got correct, 5 out of 5. Now I will write questions 6 to 10, and then we will discuss, students. Okay, students, we have already discussed question number 1 to 5. This is also part 1. Now we are going to look at the questions 6 to 10, and it is completely a doubt solving. Students, I hope you have written your answers in the answer sheet. Now I am going to write my answers. You can see the answers, questions over here. That is question number 6 to 10. And always I have mentioned in my videos that what you need to do, you need to follow the instructions. Now what instructions is here? Complete the form below. Okay, and write one word or a number. So always you need to underline one word. Okay, so your answer should be in only one word. And what is the second one? The second one, a number. So there can be a number or a word in your answer sheet. Okay, now a membership form for joining health and fitness club style questionnaire. So it is a type of questionnaire who asks the owner of the club and fitness asks to the person who wants to join the club. Now lifestyle questionnaire, what type of lifestyle that a person wants, okay, to join the club. It is a type of exercise. So the club owner asks questions to the person that do you do exercise? Yes, I do exercise, but few days back that I have done my exercise, but not on regular basis. So yes, I do exercise. And do you interested in gym? And the person replies, no, I am not interested in gym. So what answer should be here? The answer exercise, what exercise that the person wants to do. The exercise is here on a regular basis. What? It is a jogging day. Sometimes I do jogging, and whenever it is not frequent manner, but whenever I get time. So it is the answer is jogging. So I write students here jogging. Okay. Now, when you listen to the conversation and the conversation goes on, previous injuries. What previous injuries? Do you have any injuries at present? No, at present I don't have any injuries, but this few years back, what happened? I think while playing football, my foot got injured. Okay, and used to be at the present. Do you have any injuries? So no, at present I don't have any injury. So what is here? But I think few days back I got a bit of pain in my ankle. So, but at present I feel better. So here is the answer ankle. Ankle. Okay. Now, what is the aim? What is the purpose of joining the club? The main purpose of joining the club is, I want to improve my fitness. So, what is the answer? The answer is fitness. Fitness. Okay. So, what is the aim of joining the club? The main aim to joining the club is fitness. Okay. Now, what do you do for living? That means occupation. When you are asking someone, what do you do for living? So, it is a type of occupation. What do you do for living? I was a student and I am a charity worker. So, do you write charity worker? No, you cannot write charity worker. Why? Because two words. And what is in the instruction it is mentioned? You need to write only one. So, you need to write charity. Charity. Okay. And the last, the club owners ask questions that information. How do you come to know about this club? Did anyone tell you? I have asked my friends to find a particular club for me, but I haven't got any information. And a few days back that I was listening to the radio, on an radio, I came to know about the club. So, did you search my website or did you come to know through advertisement? How do you come to know? So, the person who wants to join the fitness club says that few days back I was listening to the radio, and through radio I came to know about this club. So, what is the answer? The answer is radio. Okay, students, these are very easy questions that you get. Okay, and same that you are going to get in applied English listening. Students, do listening attentively. Definitely, you will get all correct answers. So, this is all discussion types of questions that I have. Okay, especially if you like it. And students, now I hope you have understood all these discussion questions. I am going to play a listening track for you, that is an assessment task after end of this video. Just try and get answers, okay, and on the next day I am going to give you an answer key. You just need to check. When you do this practice, students, it will be really easy for you in the examination. So I am going to play a listening track for you, and the listening track is here. Start listening.
Test 3, Section 2. You will hear a man giving some information about transport in London. You now have 30 seconds to read questions 11 to 15.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, yes.
I was wondering what the best way was for me to get around London.
Well, there are a lot of possibilities. As you probably realise, the main ways to get around are bus, train and tube.
Oh?
The Underground.
Oh.
It depends how much you want to spend. All forms of transport offer special tickets, such as cheap day returns on the trains and so on. Overall, you'll spend less on the bus, as it operates on a basic flat fare for each journey. But of course it may not go to where you need to travel to. The mainline trains only operate in the outlying areas, though a few cross London, whereas the tube has stations which are placed in central areas of the city, close to the main sites and shops. Obviously there are more bus stops, but you will probably have to change buses to get where you want, which can be inconvenient. You will find that the buses are mainly in the central areas, but some tube lines go quite a long way out of London, so you could use this for longer journeys. Having said that, the tubes do get very crowded, so you should use the train if you want to sit down. It does depend where you're travelling to.
Well, I'm living on the outskirts, but I have to travel into London to college every day, and then around London when I'm here.
OK, so time is going to be an issue for you. The tube should be fast crossing London, but quite honestly there are so many delays that it's not very efficient. Again, the train has fewer stops, so is probably your quickest option to get to and from college. Of course, which service you use might depend on how frequent it is. I mean, the trains might only be every 20 minutes or whatever, but a timetable is published to save you hanging around. There are a lot of tube trains at busy times of day, but fewer at other times, whereas the buses run every 5 minutes through most of the day, and there are night buses. But you'll need to check out your route first.
You now have 30 seconds to read questions 16 to 20.
Okay, thanks. How can I get from here to Hackney then?
Right, well, you can choose. We're here at the information office, OK? Now, next to us, on the corner of the High Street and Sweet Street, is the bus stop, opposite the bank. The bus goes all the way to Hackney, but it is a very indirect route, so it could take ages. If you want to take the train, walk down the High Street towards the city, go past the bank, and on your left is the station, just before you get to the post office. There's a mainline service to Hackney Wick, so if you need to get into the centre of Hackney, you may need to pick up a bus when you get there. Opposite the post office, on the corner of Hart Lane, is the tube entrance. You'll see the big signs. That's probably the best way to get there, though you may have to change. It's probably best if you go and get a travel card first. To get to the ticket office, you go out of here onto the High Street. Then turn into South Street, and the ticket office is on your right opposite the cinema. Of course, you may decide it's quicker to take a taxi. But it's a long way, so I think it'll be very expensive. If you do want to get a cab, then the rank is outside here, just opposite the office.